question. As days go by, we're seeing more and more school systems in each state officially move the rest of the in-person school year to remote learning, meaning more high school sports seasons are canceled. While safety is the priority, you can't help but feel for those high school seniors who won't get those final weeks of their senior season. In the lacrosse world, one of those players is Caitlyn Wurzburger, who put together the best high school lacrosse career in history. More on her stats in a moment. Playing for American Heritage School in Florida, she eclipsed the 1,000-point plateau during her limited senior season, winning a gold medal with the Team USA U19 team last summer as well. She played varsity as a freshman, U.S. Lacrosse All-American as as a seventh grader, U.S. Lacrosse All-American as an 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th grader. In those years, she had at least 200 points each season, more than 100 goals and assists in each season as well, winning a high school state title in 2018. And we're joined by Caitlyn now. We appreciate it, Caitlyn. I guess I just want to start. I know it's been a couple weeks now. You probably had some time to think about it. What has been the range of emotions since your senior season was canceled?
I think it's been kind of all over the place. I mean, obviously, like all seniors probably across America are like distraught, especially the athletes losing like a season that will never happen, your last season. But I think at the same time, I'm really grateful that I have something to miss and even look forward to at UNC. I think it's hard like to say goodbye, especially like leaving not on my own terms. But I'm obviously really grateful for what lacrosse has given me at American Heritage. So I'm just really grateful for like the friends and the family I made there.
Do you feel like as an athlete you were almost prepared? I mean, and not so many words, but for a moment like this, you know, what coaches have told you over the years and taking things day by day and game by game, you think maybe that sort of helped the mindset for yourself and other seniors like yourself too?
Yeah, I think definitely. I mean, like life isn't perfect always. That's what my dad keeps telling me. Like things are gonna happen. I think like no one's ever really prepared for something to be taken away, especially you love. But I think all seniors understand like under the circumstances what's happening, and I think as athletes, we all are under something sometimes that we can't control, whether it's an injury or a play. So I think this just shows like what sports is really all about.
Yeah, it helps put everything into a bigger perspective too, like you said, like safety's first and sort of helps you sort of put things in mind. I guess looking back now, the sum of your high school career, at least for now, what do you look back and smile about?
I think the highlight would have to be winning a state championship back in 2018 with my team. But I think like really being able to put Florida on the map as a high school wise and lacrosse in general, just because it's not a really popular place for lacrosse. And I think just the 2020 class in general has done a great job of bringing Florida up and really being one of those top teams in the country.
How much has that been a motivator for you throughout your high school career and sort of being one of those leaders and like you mentioned, and giving it more of traction, nationwide?
I think it's been a huge part. I mean, it's been really helpful, like having people like my dad and my other coach McLean coming down who are from like those northern areas that are really good at lacrosse and spreading it down here. I think you do have a little to finish trying to prove yourself, especially being from the South, not being very popular. But I think the lacrosse community and everyone's done a really good job of spreading lacrosse in general, going to California and Florida. So I think it's just making everyone more accepting of lacrosse that's spreading across all America.
Yeah, it takes a village, I guess, as they say, and little by little, I guess big step by big step too, everything helps. I mean, you took a big step. I mean, obviously going to varsity, you know, as a seventh grader, you scored 100 points seventh grade, at least 100 points then, 200 eighth grade, and kept that up. Why were you so ready for the big leagues as such a young player?
I think my team really helped me prepare for it. I think playing older, I played with those 2018 groups who are now in college, sophomores or soon to be juniors. They really prepared for me physically and mentally. Like they were my sisters throughout all of it and just really taught me how to be in like the maturity wise and to play against big competition. And I think just playing against really hard competition consistently against those great northern teams has made me a better lacrosse player. And I think personally, my dad teaching me the right way to play lacrosse has really made me who I am today.
Yeah, and speaking of getting better, I'm sure with Team USA last summer, that gold medal, I mean, was obviously a highlight for you. How much better now looking back at it now almost a year ago, has it made you as a player on and off the field?
It has made huge strides in my game. I think when you represent USA, you're representing a whole country and the whole foundation and what we really stand for in lacrosse. And I think being able to get that medal is awesome, the gold in Canada. But I think the biggest thing as an athlete is to keep that intensity going. I mean, I don't have another World Cup this summer, but I'm looking for UNC lacrosse now. I'm looking to get better for that team. So I think it just showed me how much teamwork means and that you need as an individual to get better for your team to make it better in the end.
Yeah, knowing that you mentioned North Carolina and this fall is when you're going to be, I guess, a part of that program and a part of that school. We don't know in what aspect yet. I guess, how has all this with the coronavirus impacted maybe your transition there and maybe some talking to coaches and your teammates? Like, how has that all worked, I guess, in terms of building up to becoming a part of that program?
I think it's gone a little weird just because who knows we're going to be in there in the fall. We don't know the future right now. But I think just talking with my other commits and my incoming freshmen, like we're really excited to get out there and hopefully help the UNC team to a national championship next year since they couldn't get one this year, sadly, because of the pandemic. But I think it's just keeping the intensity going and just, connecting with everyone and really trying to learn lacrosse as we keep going and to maintain it. Like one thing I've been really talking to my dad about is trying to not just maintain what I've had with my stick skills and my physicality, but just trying to grow on it each day to get better for that program.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, you mentioned it just now in terms of the fact that they didn't get an opportunity, this group of the North Carolina team this year, to play for a national title, which we know the potential of that squad, and you get to join that team. I guess, how much is that in the back of your mind, too, as you step on campus?
Oh, I'm so excited. I mean, they're such an amazing team with such amazing players and a coaching staff. I mean, I love watching them this whole year, and I've been watching so much film right now with them against other teams. And I'm just excited to hopefully be out on those amazing lacrosse players and go for another national championship because I know it's such a great team and such a great college, and they really deserve it all.
You feeling any pressure as you go into there?
I think there's definitely going to be pressure, but I think I put pressure more on myself. I mean, I think right now this is the time to put the pressure on yourself when no one's watching and everyone's just at home, not really doing anything right now. I think to put pressure on myself now is going to be worth it later on, and the work is going to show.
All right, finally, last thing I have for you is what's one positive you want to take from this whole quarantine experience that we're all sort of experiencing together, on or off the field? Doesn't have to be lacrosse. What's one positive thing you want to take away from this?
I think like the biggest positive that probably a lot of people are saying is just spending time with their family. I get to see my dad a lot just because of lacrosse and coaching and stuff. But I usually don't get to see my mom that much just because we're always at practice or tournaments or games. So I think this is just a really great opportunity for me and every family before going to college, especially seniors, like just to take it slow. You still got to work hard and everything, but I think take it day by day and just enjoy the little things with your family.
Yeah, I went for a bike ride yesterday, and I saw a whole bunch of parents with their kids, either out playing, things like that. I was like, well, amidst everything, that's pretty nice to see, right? It's kind of a test to what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing like lots of people like playing sports and just playing ball in the street that we usually don't have time to.
Yeah, absolutely. Caitlyn, we appreciate the time. Stay safe out there, and we can't wait to see you back on the field as soon as we can, all right?
Thank you.